All of encased cases are fairly similar, reinforced by the fact that they all cost the same. What makes them special though is they can include a belt holster. Yeah, a belt holster, because that's the hip thing to do. See what I did there? Hip, belt, holster. So let's check it out. Let's start with the whole round of options from Encased. You've got your staple tough case, the Rebel series, 2 layers of hard and soft combined. My favorite, the SlimShield with its oh so soft finish you don't want to let go. The Reveal series, as the name suggests, shows off the phone inside with a useful feature built in. And finally, their simplest clear case, what I think is called the thin transparent back grip. It's literally as the name suggests. Unfortunately, they sent me the S9 Plus case and I only own the S9. Made with a hard and stiff clear back casing, it's not one of those flimsy clear cases you find for $1 in Chinatown. What caught my eye though, or hands I should say, is this angled straight edge. Unlike the natural curves of the phone, this straight edge allows me to actually grasp onto something with my fingers. There are small air pockets on the inside, but even without testing it, I can tell you this is not meant to be a tough protective case. However, there are many legs on the backside to keep your clear back from scratching up on surfaces so easily. So let's test how it does with keys and coins in your pocket. It does scratch up, but with quite a bit of force and only on a really sharp edge, so it's fairly safe to keep in your pocket with your keys. Just don't jam it around like I do. In the end, the case is meant to show off, and with a stiff clear backside, it does just that without breaking the bank. Next up is a new one. The Reveal series is like a clear case, but in disguise. I'm digging the look of it, and it cuts off just enough to highlight the Samsung branding on the back. The second layer is a thin plastic casing around the softer clear rubber case, but the real deal is the black version, which is like if Batman and a minion had a baby, they'd spit this out. It's a fairly slim case and feels comfortable to hold one-handed. Buttons are responsive, although they don't stick out too much. What makes this special though is this, a plastic, albeit magnetically locked kickstand. And all I can say is that it works. You're stuck with a single angle, but not having to find something to lean up your phone on is very much appreciated for those hands-free video experiences. Plus, when it's stored, you don't feel it there thanks to how flat it lays. Like the first case though, not super protective, but there is a lipper on the top and bottom, enough to keep your screen raised and handle light tossing onto a table, as there aren't any specific impact absorbing features built in. That's kind of the sacrifice you make for just how slim the case feels in your hand. Now I want to bring this up now because all these cases have the option to include one, and if you're digging that dad bod look, this is for you. The belt clip is spring loaded and hooks onto the bottom of your belt. It ain't going anywhere unless you want it to. The rotating clip locks into position and everything holds in place no matter how bad you are at salsa dancing. Undock it by simply unclipping at the top, and I'm thankful the clip is designed to catch the phone because I have butterfingers for days. When you lock it in place, it stays secure and fairly slim. It doesn't stick out or add any extra material where it doesn't need to be. And the look of the clip lets your phone and case do the talking. But let's say you don't own the Reveal case with the built-in stand. Don't worry, your belt clip doubles as one. Yeah, I know, talk about super dad move to multi-purpose a belt clip. Flip your phone around and it surprisingly holds its position really well. For how slim and light it is, I highly recommend grabbing the case and holster combo if you're into wearing like belts and stuff. Next up, the SlimShield series, my favorite simply for its soft touch finish. You really have to feel it to understand. It's a 2-piece hard plastic shell, and sliding your S9 into the larger one and locking it in, the bottom piece simply clips into place. A very simple and clean, no shining doohickeys, just a solid finish that feels soft and grippy one-handed. I'm not a huge fan of the indented buttons, but they do make it so no accidental clicks happen, which is especially useful if you never want to click that Bixby button on purpose or by accident. The case is thick enough to keep your camera covered, and there's a lip around the top and bottom of the front screen. Basically enough to keep your screen from dry humping your table. There's no impact absorbing features here either, but the hard shell case does a better job with drops, but again, not a tough case replacement. In the end, for the SlimShield, it's a soft and grippy case that doesn't add a lot of bulk. Now, if you are looking for that extra level of protection, you want the Rebel series, the hard shell exterior combined with the silicone sleeve interior that's just lined with impact absorbing powers throughout the back and the perimeter of the case. This case can take a beating if you need it to. You'll definitely feel the extra bulk in the hand though, about doubling the size of the S9. It's in its kind of own league compared to the other slim case options we covered. The rubber on the edges have a textured finish which slightly helps with securely holding your S9, and the buttons do stick out and have a decent clicky response. Of course, you've got that thick lip to cover the screen as well. All the cases do come in different colorways, like this stylish lilac purplish color. Don't be fooled by the color though, it can take just as much of a beating. Your camera is deeply entrenched to keep it safe from the outside world, but spacious enough to not block accessing the fingerprint reader. An overall tough but very affordable case if you have kids or just really buttery fingers. The SlimShield is for those looking for a clean looking case and a grippy finish. The Reveal series if you YouTube or Netflix and chill by yourself a lot for those hands-free experiences. And the very simple thin transparent back grip case that sort of describes itself in the name if you want a case to just show off the glory of the Samsung S9. Of course, I highly recommend picking up a holster for any case you like because let's be honest, belt clips are making a comeback for how useful they are. As an extra item, they also sent over their mag glass to check out. It's a tempered glass solution to keep your Samsung S9 scratch free. I personally particularly like this for the guide that basically lines it up for you. Yeah, if anyone's ever installed a screen protector before, they'll appreciate this too. It's very easy peasy gorilla freezies. What? Now for any glass screen protector for these curved screens, you must turn on the touch sensitivity option in the settings as you're basically adding a floating layer of glass over your screen. This setting basically reduces misclicks and swipes when using your phone. The matte glass works with all their cases and there are two options available. The open top cutout you see here, but there's also a full coverage one if you dig that style as well. The real winner for me, like I said, is this alignment frame though. I so wish all other brands included one of these too. And if you're wondering and really like this slow method, yes, all the cases, even their thickest Rebel series, works with wireless charging witchery. If you like any of the cases, save 10% by using my code XS10 because I know you secretly like using belt holsters. They offer a variety of cases, but my favorite has to go to the SlimShield just for how smooth and soft it feels. A big shout out to Encased for sponsoring the cases and video. It's a huge support for what I do on this channel, but I had complete creative freedom and all opinions expressed are from my own brain. That's it. Don't forget to check out my new store link below for accessorizing merchandise and my thrift shop where I sell my old accessories I no longer use for a bargain price. Like and subscribe if you want to see more and leave a comment below letting me know what case you want me to review next. I rest my cases and holsters.